Hi everybody, Nancy Beauvert here with Agape and Next Steps. And I'm wondering how many of you are familiar with the term trauma-informed care. Last October of 2023, I received certification through Alberta Health Services, which showed that I studied and passed the various components to receive a certificate that I understand about trauma-informed care. Trauma-informed care is about ensuring that people are aware that trauma exists in other individuals and could trigger certain behaviors. So even though I got my certification a while ago, it was really interesting to me to find how unfamiliar I was with actually receiving trauma-informed care. You know, I'm of a generation, of an age where, we were raised in the school of suck it up. It didn't kill you, just get over it. But the reality is that we are learning more and more how trauma affects everything that people do, how it changes their outlook, how it can impact their emotional and mental well-being, which often can translate even to their physical well-being. So I'm going to tell you a little story. So I'm pretty diligent about having my annual physical with my physician. Obviously, during COVID, that was a bit of a challenge and didn't happen. But I have this new physician, and I went to see her about a week ago for my annual physical. When I was first approached by the nurse who takes your height and your weight, and she was going to take my blood pressure. She said to me, "Is it all right if I take your blood pressure?" So I kind of just initially laughed it off and said, "Well, yeah, I'm here to get checked out, and I guess that's part of it." And I didn't think anything else about it. Then my doctor came in, and we had various discussions, of course, as you do with your doctor, about how your health has been and if you have any particular concerns. And then when she started doing the exam, she said to me, "Is it all right if I look in your ear?" And I said to her, your nurse asked if it was all right if she took my blood pressure. I guess you have to ask those questions nowadays. And then my doctor said to me, "Well, yes, we don't know if that could cause a trauma. So maybe there's only 1 in 100,000 people who had a stick put in their ear or something that it would create trauma for. But by asking that question, it shows respect and it gives dignity to the person who may have experienced trauma." Now, I know that there's a lot of people out there, and I know that it's not limited to people of my generation. I know that there are also people of younger generations who also don't really have a lot of patience for things like this. But let me ask you this. What does it hurt? I, of course, am used to going to the doctor and being told, "I'm going to take your blood pressure now," or "I'm going to check your ear now," if they even say anything or if they just look inside. And I've just accepted that because that's what I've always been exposed to. But what is the difference between a physician saying, "I'm going to look in your ear now," or "Can I look in your ear now?" It really is just such a subtle little difference, and it can make a world of difference to somebody who perhaps has had experienced some trauma that would impact negatively. Really, it comes down to a matter of respect. A lot of people are getting all shook up about what they call wokeism on a lot of different things, but truly, a society should always be growing and evolving and learning. And if we can understand that certain traumas, certain behaviors, certain experiences have created a negative environment for some people that has impacted their outlook on life or their mental or physical or emotional well-being, that impacts not just that person, that impacts society. It impacts their loved ones, it impacts people that they interact with in their jobs or just in everyday life. And so as a society, shouldn't we be growing? Shouldn't we be evolving? Shouldn't we be simply showing kindness? Perhaps if we just took a minute and showed a little bit more kindness to everybody, it would be a much better place to live, I think. So share your experiences with me. I'm really happy, actually, to see that my new physician's clinic, clearly the whole clinic practices trauma-informed care. So check out your other healthcare providers, check your dentist, check your optometrist. More and more, it is being recognized that this trauma-informed care is really important for people going forward. And as I started to say at the beginning of this video, it shouldn't really be limited to our healthcare providers. We all should be kind. Whether you're a sales clerk, whether you're a patron, treat people with kindness and dignity. It'll go a long way. Thanks very much for watching. Talk to you again. Bye for now.